Yang, 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 yang. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Coach Jones, back up in the gym today, ready to get this working. I know it's been a while, but we back like we never left, baby. We ready to hit it hard today. Get this working. Now on the docket today, we got some arm work. That's right. I'm going to show you guys how to build the pump that you guys really want. Build those arms you really want. How to really spam those arms into getting bigger. Gaining some girth and some strength. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you guys hit the like and the subscribe button on the way in, along with that notification bell. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this working. All right, so we're gonna start today's work with a nice light warm-up, lighter, higher volume. Now, I've been asked a few times, what is the key to actually growing the size of your arms? And the biggest thing in the short story is just to spam your arms with a bunch of bicep curls and tricep extensions. So with that being said, high volume, lower weight. So we'll start with a lower weight, higher volume warm up here for our barbell bicep curls. Nice and smooth the whole way. Two more. All right, so we'll start here with bicep curls and we'll superset this with a tricep movement, which will actually be some body weight dips. Now, as we get through this warm up, we're not necessarily counting reps. We're doing as many reps as we can until it burns, plus 5 reps. So again, not really counting reps, just gonna set ourselves up here, get as many as we can before the burn starts. And then once we start feeling the burn, we're gonna do 5 more reps. So let's go ahead and get set, making sure our shoulders are nice and stable so that we can focus all of that drive on our tricep here. Getting the most out of it, nice stretch at the bottom, sinking a little bit deeper each time, big squeeze at the top of this. Now, unfortunately for me, triceps are one of my muscles that take a little while for it to start burning, so we're gonna get quite a good volume of reps on the triceps here. Now they're starting to burn. We'll do 5 more starting here. Last one. Nice squeeze at the top. And we'll do about 3 to 4 sets in between this and the barbell curl for our warm up. And then we'll get on to our first working sets of the day, which will actually be a different bicep variation. Now, our next bicep movement is actually going to be an isolation bicep curl on the plate loaded pulley machine here. So we're going to go one arm at a time. Same thing here, nice and smooth with our movement. Okay, getting a big squeeze at the top, nice and controlled on the way down. Now, contrary to most of the time when we work out, how we say don't be afraid to go heavy with biceps, what we actually want to think is not to be afraid to go light. If you go lighter, you get more volume. You get a bigger squeeze at the top, nice controlled movement, more time under tension here. So you'll see a lot more growth in your bicep from actually going lighter and moving the weight with quality than you would just trying to muscle up a bunch of weight with your biceps here. We'll do 5 more on this arm. Nice and controlled the whole way. Big squeeze at the top. 2 more. Giving me a nice burn. Feeling those micro tears in that muscle, the blood starting to rush into it. Again, keeping constant tension on that bicep here. Same thing on this side. We're gonna go for 15, nice and controlled the whole way. Really working that stretch at the bottom of this. And now we can get, like I said, a lot more volume and better quality reps here. So we'll see more growth out of that bicep muscle with the tempos that we're using here. 5 more. Big squeeze, starting to feel that burn. The last one here. Quality set, 15 reps each arm. Again, don't be afraid to lower the weight. Go higher in volume. Again, you're starting to see the pump that we're getting from this. So continue to keep that volume low as you get through your sets. And what we'll actually do is we'll superset this movement with another tricep movement that we'll do right over here. So here we'll superset our plate loaded pulley bicep curl with an iso tricep extension. So again, much like the bicep curls, we're gonna isolate one arm at a time. Okay, higher volume, lower intensity or lower weight, really focusing on that range of motion and squeeze at the top. All right, and we'll keep a high volume here again. Nice big squeeze at the top. Now, a few things that I really like about isolations is that it allows you to focus on those imbalances you might have from your non-dominant arm to your dominant arm. And now you can really focus on that squeeze and that range of motion within that muscle, unlike what you would be able to if you were doing bilateral movements. Last 3. Oh, that burn is sensational. One more. Ooh. Other thing that I love about isos, and this arm day in particular as we go, is that we're going to hit our movements, our bicep curls, our tricep extensions in different angles, which will allow you to develop more of a full muscle than having a specific part of your muscle that's a little bit more prominent when you flex than the other parts of your muscle. So big squeeze at the top, nice and controlled the whole way. Last 7, nice and controlled, big squeeze at the top. And again, contrary to our dips where our elbows were kind of moving straight back, here our elbows moving out to the side before we extend it. So slightly different angle here, developing a much more full and rounded muscle. We'll do about 4 to 5 sets in between our plate loaded pulley bicep curl and this seated overhead tricep extension before we move on to our last cluster of the day, which will actually be a composite of some of my favorite arm exercises. And if you've been around with me, you should already know what one of those are. Now, the purpose of this last cluster is to go high in volume, trying to pump as much blood into the muscles as we can. So we'll start here with a straight bar on a cable, and we're gonna do some tricep reverse extensions. Then we're gonna do some regular tricep extensions. Now, one of the things I kind of want you guys to think about is what we generally use the muscles that we're working for. That's kind of where you wanna start when you are planning your workouts, because generally, with our triceps and our biceps in our everyday life, we use them for isometric tasks, such as picking things up and carrying things from one place to the other, where generally our biceps and our triceps are held in one position, whether that be in a low position where our hands are kind of by our hips, or in a high position where our elbows are bent at 90 degrees. Either way, that's the general arm position that we work in on the day-to-day. So when we do work the muscle, if we want it to truly grow and grow in a way that it's not generally growing, getting bigger, or having that hypertrophic effect, we want to work our biceps and triceps in ways that they aren't generally moved. So again, we generally hold things either here or down here, in which case, again, our arm kind of stays in that position for the entire task versus arms constantly moving up and down. Our triceps generally used for holding things up or pushing off of something. Again, usually in our everyday lives, we use it for isometric tasks. So again, here we want to go high volume, lower intensity, getting a nice squeeze, working that range of motion all the way up, all the way down, every single time here. We'll do 7 more. Big squeeze at the bottom. Really starting to feel that pump. And again, we're trying to push as much blood into that muscle as possible. And then when we go and eat afterwards, we're able to take advantage of that pump, take advantage of the blood rushing into the muscle, and we're able to get the nutrients in there a little bit faster. And that way we can actually get the growth that we want. Again, we did our tricep reverse extensions here, tricep extensions. Now we'll head on over to one of my favorite bicep exercises. Now the last exercise on the docket for the day is going to be our curl pyramid. Now, if you've been with Hardbody Athletics, you already know what the curl pyramid is. If you're new to the channel, the curl pyramid, you start as high up in weight as you can, and you're working for sets of 10. Each set that you do a curl, you'll drop down 5 pounds. Again, today we're gonna start moderate. Remember, volume is the emphasis here. We're really getting that pump, trying to pump as much blood into that bicep as we can to finish our workout off. The big emphasis of today is being able to change our angles. With curl pyramids, you can start with midline curls or do midline curls the entire way, or you can go and do some hammer curls. Same thing here, you can always mix it up. Whatever curls you want to do are up to you, right? But we're always doing sets of 10. And then you can turn it over, of course, and do some true bicep curls here. Again, we're just trying to pump as much blood into that muscle as possible, getting a good pump to finish off our workout. So as you guys can see, my arms feeling kind of full, definitely looking full, really getting that true full bicep pump that we want. So we'll do about 4 to 5 sets in between our tricep movement and our curl pyramid, and then we're good to go. It's always a beautiful day when we have a phenomenal lift. As you guys saw from the workout, man, we got a great pump in today, got some good work in. You guys got to see some of my most effective arm workouts that I like to do in order for me to increase the overall size of my arms. Now, if you didn't on the way in, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, make sure that you guys hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you can get all the latest updates on videos when I post them and new goals when I create them. Also, if you want the full-length version of today's workouts, head on over to my Patreon where you can access all of the full-length versions of the workouts that I do right here on YouTube. Last but not least, head on over to Instagram. Hit me with a follow at @CoachJones_. That is at @CoachJones_. And until next time, peace.